We turn to the political action here at home. House Republicans are releasing details of their tax package. And of course, it's getting some pushback, but from fellow conservatives as well as from across the aisle. Emily Wilkins is on Capitol Hill. Emily, what's the latest?
Hey, Kelly. Well, look, after months and months of negotiation, we finally actually have text of a bill that really gives a lot of details to some of the provisions in there. And one of the biggest things, though, this bill has a long way to go. It's got to get through the House. It's got to get through the Senate. And we're already seeing some concerns over the big issue of SALT, that state and local tax deduction. Now, the bill that's proposed by the House would raise the cap up to $30,000. And that would be if you are a married couple, you could take that in full deduction if you make $400,000 or less. Singles would be able to take the $30,000 if they make $200,000 or less. Then from there it tapers off until you get back to that $10,000 cap. And some Republicans are saying, hey, this is great, but not everyone. There's a group of 6 Republicans, all from high tax states, that are currently opposing the cap, saying it is not high enough, and they're threatening to sink the entire bill if they do not wind up seeing a change. One Congressman, Nick LaLota of New York, tweeted that he was still a hell no on the overall bill just because of that SALT cap. So a lot of concern there. Elsewhere in the bill, business emerged as a big winner. The bill would restore key deductions for businesses that began to expire in the previous years. Plus, businesses did manage to avoid a lot of those revenue raisers that they were concerned about. So you're not going to wind up seeing a SALT cap for businesses. There is no increase on stock buyback taxes, and there's no change to the carried interest tax. All of those remain the same. The bill does include, of course, some revenue raisers, and this includes higher taxes on university endowments, as well as endowments for private foundations, and both of those have to hit a certain cap to get that higher tax. Now, the House bill is estimated to cost $3.7 trillion, adding that to the deficit, but that is well below the limits agreed on by deficit hawks. Yet you're still seeing some frustrations over that piece as well, saying the cuts don't go far enough. Congressman Chip Roy tweeted yesterday saying that we will need significant additional changes to garner my support. The bill is set to get its first round of potential changes and a first vote later this afternoon. You're going to see a markup in a House panel that could run until early Wednesday morning. And from there, of course, expect more changes as it works its way through the House and through the Senate. But, Kelly, right now we've got a very clear baseline and a much better idea of where this bill could go and what is and isn't likely to be included.
And what about the tax hikes on high earners? And are the president's tax cuts in there on overtime and tips? I thought I saw maybe that would be for a shorter period of time or something like that. What about the green energy tax credits as well?
Yeah, so I'll take all 3 of those. High earners, nope, that's not in there at all. But when it comes to things that Trump wants, they are in there. So no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, benefits for seniors, deductions for car interest. However, it should be noted, all of those are pretty narrowly tailored. These aren't big, expansive changes to the tax package. And mind you, they only go for Trump's term. So it's only going to last from this year until the end of 2028. And then, of course, is the green energy tax credits. Actually, you have a number of those in the green energy industry that are breathing a bit of a sigh of relief. They thought that a lot of them would be cut. Instead, they're just going to be phased down a little sooner. So the tax cuts will be around for the next couple of years and then slowly begin to phase out. Of course, when it comes to a few things like the EV tax credit, that's going to be eliminated, as well as a hydrogen tax credit. But overall, there were a lot of concern about those provisions, and it didn't turn out to be as drastic as many lawmakers feared.
Okay, Emily, thanks for now. Really appreciate it. I know it's a lot to stay on top of. Emily Wilkins.